Yeah, we rolling.
We started You started it?
Yeah, it started.
Okay, let me see. How do I do this now?
Yeah.
So we go to this. That just happened. Show is live. Hit that button.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, there it is.
the show is now live. Yeah, I see it. How do I start a
It's
watch
live.
party? Damn thing. Okay.
There it is.
She unfollow.
Yeah.
Unfollow snooze report. IMIC. Save video.
There it is. Just go to share and then watch party.
I don't see share.
Go to.
Okay, I'm on my page.
Go to.
Right.
Okay, click. Nope. Go back. Click on it.
Okay, share.
Watch party.
Watch
It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Y'all ready?
See what you can do with me. Hold on one time. Hold on.
Go. Where's the? Hold on. I need to go to the.
But y'all gotta turn your volumes down.
Yeah.
On your phones.
Where's the? Okay. There we go. That's the first party.
It's a party. It's a party. It's a party.
Go to it.
Y'all ready?
Okay.
Share.
Okay.
And then share to group. Where's the? Why don't I see the watch party on W's? Alright.
I think I'm on the show page.
That's. Are you on the show page or are you on your?
I think you went back to my page. Yeah.
It's already on.
It's me.
Oh, no, oh, that's you. Oh, you have to go to
I think I'm on the show page.
the show page right here.
Are you on the show page or are you on your?
But you gotta turn.
I think you went back to my
Yeah, it's
You gotta turn yours down. Your volume down.
we working some stuff out. I know y'all on here. We working some stuff out. That's not me. Mine is on silent.
Oh,
Yeah, mine is on silent.
mine is too.
That was me? I couldn't hear nothing because I had the mic on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so we need to go to your Facebook page. Your Facebook page. Go to yours.
It should be right there.
Come on for that. Go to yours.
They go out there. Where am I at? Right there.
Okay. Right. Here you go. And you have your. Are you friends to the page?
Maybe not.
We coming. You're not. You have to be a friend to the page. If I touch this, you're gonna go to the page. You
don't
need to
worry
be
about it
friends
right
so
now.
you get the.
We'll get it next time.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. Let's get it, pop.
Yo, let's go.
Let's go with it then.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't ever get old.
Ever. Okay.
Boom, 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 boom.
What it do?
What's up, man? We back at it. Show number
Back
31.
31, man.
31.
And as always, Warren G, the phone man. East Flatbush Finest, Mr. 38.
We
Yeah.
there.
Real deal, Rudy Fresh Ink.
We in this
Finest.
thing. We in this thing.
Oh, man. Episode 31.
Yeah, 31.
Man, already. They flying by.
It
And-
is, man. 31 shows.
31.
That's a lot of shows,
It's
man.
a lot of attempts.
31.
Yeah, that's a lot of that's a lot of shots.
It's a lot
Like-
of.
It's a lot of shots,
Like
man. We gotta hit something.
Like,
Before we get into it, we're going to
It's
dedicate
hard to
this
put
one
in
to
the show.
George Floyd. We're going to call episode 31 the George Floyd Show.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
That's pretty real.
Yeah, we're going to do that. But with all that being said, fellas, what's on, before we get to the meats and potatoes, what y'all got? Let's chop it up. What's on y'all mind?
Man, just I got man, I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah.
I got I've been not working out during this quarantine, right?
All right.
And so they say all the gyms are gonna open up last week or whatever?
Yeah.
How come I go to 24-hour fitness and they're still closed, man?
I think it's Friday, real deal. I think this Thursday and Friday.
Lifetime's open.
Oh, okay.
24-hour fitness, get on your game. What
Damn.
camera are we on? Open up the gym.
Yeah, man.
That's what's on my mind, man. That's all.
He got to help Real Deal out, man.
Yeah.
He put on a few LBs or whatever. He still look good, though.
You know, man, I need to get my swole on, man. Come on, 25 Fitness is your fault. You hear me? It's all your fault.
Man, hell, I would blame him
Well,
too.
Yeah.
I went to the park yesterday. I did about 4 miles. Ran about I walked most of them, but I ran about 4 miles, and I walked half of that. But when I walked in the park yesterday, I saw for the first time live and in person. It was I put it up. I put it up on my. That's you.
There it is. There it is.
Man, making a mess.
I saw one of those new what they call it, the new Rolls Royce, the 2020 Rolls Royce Culligan.
The SUV.
Jeez.
What is that? I haven't even seen it.
It's a white monster.
It's like a Phantom, but it's an SUV.
The back of it don't look that great, but that big 25-inch grill in the front, it's mean.
Yeah.
It's mean.
Yeah.
And the doors open like this.
Got the suicides in the back.
Oh my God.
I've been
It looked
checking them
good.
out too,
300 and about 30,000. That's a house note right there.
That is. That's a little bit
That is a
steep.
house note, but it was a beautiful
It's
truck.
worth it, though.
Man.
It's a beautiful. It can't even fit in my garage.
A monster.
It could fit on the block though. When I hit the 8, I could pull it up on the 8. So
That's the only thing that matters.
that's good. Yeah, but
You pay somebody to watch it for you anyway. Just let
yeah,
it sit out
Yeah,
there.
just let it sit out there. Hey, man,
Yeah.
watch mine.
Yeah.
It'll be there.
Watch my
Yeah.
Phantom, man. So what's
Little
going
Warren,
on, man?
Little Warren, what's good? Mo, what's good, my dude? What's good, son? The day I died.
Yes, sir. You heard the man. Yeah, man. Shoot, just chilling, man. Been blessed. I want to thank everybody that helped me celebrate my 45th birthday, man. That was real, man.
Big man over here.
Yeah, happy birthday, man.
Happy belated,
I
man.
felt the love,
Good
so
one.
man, I appreciate that so much. And,
Yeah.
and really had a blessed weekend and a blessed Memorial Day.
Yeah.
I always like to say on Memorial Day, my dad was a veteran.
Thank you for your service.
Korean War. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he had like so many horror stories from his experience. He had some good times too, but you can imagine getting drafted to the military at 18. You didn't want to go, but you got a letter in your hand saying you got to be here at this date and time.
Not optional.
Yeah, non-negotiable.
Yeah.
And so it's a different world now or whatever, but I know it's plenty of people that have veterans. If you're not a veteran, you have veterans in your family. So happy Memorial Day. A lot of people done gave their life for this.
Yeah, for this country we
for
live
this
in.
country.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
As crazy as it may be at times, hey, our blood is just as red as theirs. So they, hey, man.
We don't have a Veterans Day, but I was in Jamaica in the 80s when the PNP and the Labor Right them I do them things, and enough people get killed. So that's my Veterans Day.
What's it called? Jamaica?
The
Jamaican.
No, it's just election when everything goes sideways.
Okay.
Y'all know. Y'all know how we go.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I respect that.
Respect,
he
man.
was telling me how it go down when it's time to vote. They take it real serious. And orange and blue, I think it is. Or whatever. So I know not to ever go to Jamaica with nothing orange on.
Nothing blue. No Knicks.
Green.
No Knicks jersey.
It's either orange or green.
Green,
one of them. Don't wear none of them.
Wear it.
Just stay neutral.
Don't wear it.
Don't wear it.
Yeah.
Don't wear it.
Hey, you gotta. I pay attention to certain people be talking. I kind of get that dress code. I want to get that dress code off the top. Hey, I got one real quick, man. And not to jump on my man, and not to make light of people dealing with addiction and stuff like that. My boy Ryan Leaf. We all remember Ryan Leaf as the number 1 overall pick.
Yes, the biggest bust of all. Is he considered the
One
biggest
of.
bust?
One of.
One of them.
I know he's up there.
They picked him before. Who? Peyton Manning?
I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Yeah.
I think he went to
Bad
the
move.
Chargers, didn't he? No, he went to the.
Ryan Leaf.
No, he was a Charger.
Was it a Chargers?
Yeah, he was a Charger.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
It was.
He was a Charger.
He went to California.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't pan out. And he had been walking the straight and narrow, y'all, for like the last couple of years. I want to say I hadn't seen him in the news. He was doing some good things. But what drew me to this story right here, I know domestic violence isn't funny. Okay, he was involved with some domestic violence, but they said it was brought on by a bad batch of mushrooms. He's a shroomer.
Oh, the magical mushrooms.
Yeah, he got to some bad shrooms, man.
What?
Marcus.
I've never tried the shrooms.
Hey, me neither.
Okay, so hey.
My son said Jamarcus Russell was the biggest bust.
Yeah, Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah. It's
He
hard
might
to
have been
argue
the
with
biggest
that.
one. He might have been.
So what did he do?
What's up, Shelby?
What did he do?
No, he was involved with some domestic violence. I guess he got the shrooms are like, I think, a hallucinogen.
Hallucinogen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's seen his wife could have looked like a defensive end or something. I don't know. But hey, dude wasn't having it. So Ron Leaf is back.
For the record, we are not making light of domestic violence.
I thought he was doing
but,
good.
But
that's what the word was.
Mm.
Yeah. And so I want to throw that out there. A lot of times, and not to make everything a black and white issue. A lot of times you don't hear about some of these stories. You'll hear more. I know everybody heard about my boy. Who was it? Earl Thomas. Who was the one that had?
Oh yeah, his wife pulled the gun on him.
Yeah,
the piece on him.
Yeah, his wife
caught him in the act or something like that.
Yeah, they went to a Airbnb. Him and his brother had some girls over there, and they say his wife got the chopper out. Went up there with her girls and the chopper.
Hey, he should have known better, man.
Hey, man, he left his location open in Twitter. Was it Twitter or one of them?
Mm.
You gotta turn your phone to do something. You ain't need the phone on no way at that point. So.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, she just tracked him on the phone and pulled up, man.
With the chopper.
Yeah. And then the killing thing was they were saying that she didn't know. She said she took the clip out, but it was one in the chamber. So good thing she didn't.
Yeah. Really trying to scare him.
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
That would have been another.
Yeah. Tragedy.
Yes, sir.
That would have been a tragedy.
Yes, sir. Man, while we're on this football subject, we ain't playing no ball. Everybody says the season is going to start on time. And so I know we're kind of getting a little bit of energy built up slowly for football. This was in the news. We spoke about this a couple weeks ago, talking about the NCAA finally breaking a little bread
with the athletes.
Letting these guys use their own likeness for profit,
financial gain.
Yeah, I mean, some guys are going to profit more than others. And one of the things on this story, I was sitting there listening today. They were saying my boy Reggie Bush commented and weighed in on this stuff, right? And we all know we seen Reggie's career. I think he played about 11 years in the league. Won the Heisman Trophy at USC.
Played with them Saints.
Yeah, I always liked his style. And but he's a California kid, so I think some of that good bud may have got him because Reggie is saying we know it's alleged that his folks received a home.
No.
And multiple
way.
Jobs and money.
No way.
He's from New Orleans, right?
From USC.
He's from New Orleans?
No, he's from California.
No, he's from California.
He's from Cali?
Yeah,
okay.
Cali.
I think.
Yeah, I believe he's a California kid.
Yeah.
The gold and purple? Okay.
Maroon and gold. USC. The Trojans.
The Trojans. Heisman Trophy winner.
Heisman Trophy. They took his Heisman from him. They did all this stuff to him. He's a known beneficiary.
Yes.
Of some kickback from them boosters up there. His stance was he didn't think the kids should get any compensation. I was like, Reggie, dude, you.
Yeah, come on, Reggie, not you.
Yeah, come on, bro.
I
was really shocked because I had been waiting on hearing his comments, and that wasn't what I thought he was gonna say. Real, I'm like, come on, bro.
Reggie was supposed to say it's about damn time.
Yeah, they didn't
you took my Heisman away just because my mom's got a house. Just because USC
One little
bought my
old
mama a house, you take my
One little
Heisman
house.
away? Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Man, I
What's
mean,
wrong with y'all?
I didn't understand that particular one, man. They kind of.
Hey, man, can
Yeah.
you know what? Speaking of football, did anybody hear about LeBron James being offered a contract from no other than the one and only Jerry Jones? Did you hear that?
No, sir.
Yes.
Shelby, did you hear that?
A contract to do what?
Play ball.
He want LeBron to be a tight end on the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, offered him a contract.
Well, he knew he wasn't gonna take it.
Absolutely, it's a publicity
Yes.
stunt.
A couple. I don't know if
Mhm.
y'all heard about a week or so ago. LeBron had came out saying that he, during the 2011 or 2012 season, he was training. That last lockout year, he was training to play tight end.
Yeah, that's what he said he did during this pandemic. Same story.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Man, with all due respect to King James, you got to respect what these guys do on the football field, man. That's a total different animal. He might look like he can play tight end. Everybody look like you can do something until you get out there, and when you have these, you got a Jadeveon Clowney coming off the edge, or
Hey.
all of a sudden you see what's my linebacker for Carolina, Kuechly.
Oh yeah.
When you're coming over the middle, and all of a sudden he's there to check you to see if you want to hold that ball or not.
Hey, I think LeBron can ball though. I think LeBron could get on that football field right now and be better than any Houston Texan tight
Here
end
we go.
that's on the field. I do believe that to be true. I do believe that to be
As mad
true.
as I am with the Texans, I'm not even mad at them anymore. I'm just I ain't rolling with you. I ain't rolling with you on that real. I don't know about that.
Hey
I think
Tiffany.
LeBron better.
Hey
better
Tiffany
stick to
says
basketball.
LeBron is not built for football. He is built for football, but he probably shouldn't play.
I know he shouldn't play.
No, he shouldn't play.
If he likes his knees,
Yeah. If he wants to play another
And his chest
5-6
cavity.
years in the league, don't play.
don't do it, Bron,
That is
man.
just
You stay over
cavity.
Don't do
They
it.
don't call fouls out
I
there.
know
when they-
Shelby.
when
Shelby
they-
said Houston ain't got nothing. You know how he go.
Vital, what's up, Vital?
Don't, hey, Shelby, didn't nobody ask you that. No way, brother. We'll
Okay.
talk to you next week.
Ah.
Thanks for listening and checking us out.
Yo, you know what I want to say? It's 2020. We started off bad in 2020,
Yeah,
and but the support. Definitely want to shout out everybody who've been supporting us, man. We've been trying to put out good product. We've been trying to do what we need to do to get some more, followers so we can take this thing to another level. But
Yeah, man.
definitely
Yeah, man.
appreciate all
Yes.
the people that's been following us, been going through it with us, and I just thought about it's all about y'all and appreciate it, man. Thanks
Yeah,
for supporting
appreciate
us.
y'all.
That just happened show from all of us over here.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate that.
Thank y'all.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Got some new fresh ink shirts in by the way
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
You will
yeah.
follow me. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I forgot my necklace.
Please do.
today.
Yeah,
Me too.
I know.
I know I forgot my
But-
necklace too. Let's talk about it, fellas. What's the
yeah.
Hey, let's get to it, man. Everybody that's seen the news today knows the biggest story is this. That's why we dedicated the show to George Foles. Excuse me, Floyd's. I'm
Floyd.
sorry, Floyd's. I'm sorry, George. We dedicated the show to him today. He lost his life on Monday in Minnesota. And if you have not seen the video, I know we're getting sick and tired of looking at these videos, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
You just cringe looking at them. And the most gut-wrenching thing to me about them is to know that this stuff runs rampant, that this is
Yeah.
happening, and this is our reality. This is
Yeah.
a nightmare.
Yeah. And once again, the video. If it wasn't for the video, would we know about this situation that happened in Minnesota?
How gut-wrenching is that, 38, to just like what Real Deal is saying? Can you imagine? I know we can. How long this has been going on and they've been getting away with stuff like these acts of violence? Not only dealing with these rogue cops, I'm looking at a couple of punk white cops here, but going back to the incident that happened in Georgia with the father-son killed the boy.
Mm-hmm.
How much stuff, you just think about how rampant this has been.
Yeah, it's just not being caught on camera.
I mentioned it to Real Deal this week on a text, and he said, "We just spoke about this last week.
Last week, same topic, same everything.
We just spoke about this, and I know from one of our previous shows, I said that back in the days, one of my boys got cuffed and taken by the police, and he came back like 15 minutes later and was like, they took him around the corner to the cemetery and beat his ass and just let him go. It wasn't on cameras. So if there wasn't on cameras for this one, can you imagine what we don't see?
Absolutely.
That happened.
And what has gone on. We sit here today, I know we're going to play a clip of it, but we sit here today and everybody I've spoken to that's seen these videos, the reaction across the board has been the same. I've seen reaction, even JJ Watt commented on the thing today.
Yeah.
And my coworker, I was sitting there talking to him, he's an older cat. He's like, man, I just feel sick today after seeing that. Mm-hmm. You know, and it happens again. I just, it's going to be a point here. I don't know if they're trying to start World War III right now with everything we got going on, but the timing is so bad. And you're dealing with a pandemic, and we got four people with police officer uniforms on.
Yeah, and they weren't all white too. I know. You know, one was an Asian.
Yeah, he was the one that was in the camera the whole time, just standing there doing nothing.
Well, he got to catch that murder case too, though, because he witnessed the murder and didn't do nothing about it.
That's what I asked about. That's what I asked about.
And so, the thing I'm saying is, at some point, man, there has to be you have to set a precedence. Is what I'm getting at here. Mm-hmm. We done seen this happen time and time again. And what I noticed, I want to get y'all's comment on this, is it seemed like, we live in this 24-hour news cycle. It seemed like a story kind of loses traction after a week or two. And even though they're saying they fired these 4 individuals, how do we know? I want to see if they're going to be tried for this, prosecuted. These are just murder cases here. Murder cases.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely have to be, man. I mean, that was, a lot of times in those other situations, they were able to say, well, they were in fear of their life. They thought he was reaching for a gun. Mm-hmm. There wasn't nobody reaching for nothing this time. You know what I mean? Dudes in handcuffs. We have the video that I just seen for the first time today.
Me also.
From the store, I guess, across the street, and he was cuffed like immediately when they got him out of the car.
And he wasn't resisting.
Not from what I can see, he wasn't resistant. So I don't know how anybody's life could have felt threatened or in danger. I just don't see it.
How can a handcuffed person resist anything, basically? If you handcuffed, man, what you gonna do? Run off in handcuffs? Yeah. I just walk behind you, and when you run out of breath, it's like...
Well, somebody can't threaten you with handcuffs on.
No.
Yeah.
And he was handcuffed. Was it front or back? I can't even remember.
In the back.
He was handcuffed with his arm in the back. So how can you feel threatened by somebody that's handcuffed?
There's no way these guys should be in law enforcement, man. First of all, I'm a big proponent for this. I think one of the qualifications, and this is not going to make everything better, but it'll weed out a lot of the pussies. I think one of the qualifications for law enforcement from here on need to be military background. If you hadn't done 4 years in the U.S. military, you cannot be a police officer. Mm. That weeds out all these punks, these...
Well, there's punks in the military, too.
It is.
I mean, no disrespect to anybody that served in the military, but there's punks everywhere.
But what you do is start at least filter through some of them. Mm. You see what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of people come out of, they say what you need now, 60 hours of college to apply.
To be a police officer?
Yeah. You could have just been the mascot at Maiden Creek, did 60 hours of college at Houston Community College, and now you're a police officer out here, protecting and serving. You have to have some kind of right. A lot of the military guys, at least we know they've been through some training. Mm-hmm. They've been around some people that's been dominant. The drill sergeants have been in their face, charging them up.
Right.
So the first time somebody jump in their face, their reaction shouldn't be panicking, like what we see with these guys, and what we see so often.
Yeah, you see it a lot, man.
First thing is I don't know what goes on in Minnesota, but I know in Brooklyn, most of these
Chris, what's up?
young white cops that you see in the hood, they come out of Nassau County and out of Montauk. You know, they spell Montauk, Montakkk. Understand? So they don't know nothing about the hood. They don't know nothing about us as black people. And they in my hood, so they don't know nothing about West Indian people. They don't know about our culture. They don't know about what we do. But most of them, they come from not upstate. They come from Long Island somewhere. And they 19, 20, and they come in the hood. They don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they come and they do stuff that you're like, dude, they couldn't have taught you nothing in the academy. Like, what are you doing?
And that's what I'm getting at, 38, is at least, I'm not saying real is right. You run across trash no matter where you go, but at least when you picking out of that military pool, you're getting some guys got a little battle test to them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They've been around men long enough to know the pecking order of how things go. Now, when you take a rookie like what 38's talking about and drop him over there in New York, as soon as he hit East Flatbush, I'm sure it's like he don't
He's
know.
In Vietnam somewhere.
yeah. Everybody's a target. Like, oh man, you know. You can't have that, man.
I'm outside cleaning my car, and two of these cops pulled up and went in the corner store and asked the corner store dude if we were selling drugs outside. Mm-hmm. Two white boys. We're not gonna take this back to race. And I spoke to my attorney today, and he said this ain't about race. It's technically about cops, period, against black people, period. It's not even about white no more, honestly. But I'm
gonna throw them in on it too, though.
You know what I mean? And
just believe that, you know.
He's supposed to be on my live. I'm looking for him, Mr. Nash. I really wanted him to come so we can bring him in. And I told him when he gets in, I want to see if he logs in so I can bring him on our live. But,
hey, y'all want to watch this this other angle of
go ahead and play.
Tasha, what's good?
For anybody who has not seen the I guess the lead up to the situation.
Yeah.
You know, we have some footage here that we were able to find today, so we're gonna play that. Okay, that's not it. Actually, we'll come back and talk a little bit more as I work on my stuff over here.
Oh yeah.
But Mr. Nash, that's his name, Mr. Nash.
Mr. Shannon Nash.
Mr. Shannon Nash.
Yes.
Chime in.
Tullison and Nash. If you need you a good attorney, I'm gonna throw it out there. Please contact Mr. Tullison and Nash. If you ever in an issue where these bastards has got you on the run or any problems, find Mr. Tullison and Nash, Old Town Spring. Check him out. The best attorney. Man, saved my life.
All right, here we go. So this right here, this is the lead up from what it looks like.
This video I hadn't seen until maybe 10 minutes ago. We saw the other one.
Actually, I think was filmed from a different, from a camera at a store that happened to be picking up that.
It's good, Dre.
And of course, it's not playing.
Really?
Yeah, but anyway, we'll just describe it. But it looks like they go get him out of the car. Looks like they get him out of the car, cuff him up, bring him, sit him on the ground. You can't hear anything, so you don't know what they're saying. But from what I can see, he was handcuffed from the time he got out of the car. So again, you know, where's the threat? You know, where does anybody feel like their life was threatened? I just don't see it from this video.
Here's and going back to another video, not making light of this one here at all, but just putting the two together. So many of these, they start to run together. I was looking at a video not too long ago, man. A guy was in his driveway, had an officer come into his yard. This is in a neighborhood, like any one of our houses.
Oh yeah, I seen this one.
Yeah, and
said he looked like somebody. Or yeah. Said he looked like
black
somebody
dude with the dreads.
With the dreads, yeah.
Yeah, wasn't that the craziest? And the dude was like, "Dude, I'm not getting in your car. Your car."
Yeah.
Like, hell no.
Yeah.
I'm at home. I'm not. Go get in the car for what?
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Who? What is my name?" He had no idea what his name. Had the wrong name.
Right. The guy when he actually, I guess. When he showed him, I guess, the guy's picture, he didn't even look like the guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, that ain't me.
Yeah, man, there's just too much of that stuff going on, man.
I mean, pulling up to people's houses.
It's
getting dangerous.
We don't want to make this, it's hard not to make this about black and white sometimes.
But it is, though.
But it becomes that sometimes. But I'm going to take It is about the police officers and the black men. It does have to do with a police officer and a black man. But if we look back at Roof, it's the white boy name that killed those 8 people in the church.
I don't know his name, but I know the situation.
Roof, whatever his name was. If we look back at that situation, they brought him out in a bulletproof vest, walked out, no problems. He just killed 8 people. This guy allegedly forged a check.
Yeah, I think it was forged a check. Yeah,
It was for forgery. I don't know what it was. We don't know if it was no money. We don't know if it was no checks. This was for forgery. But this white boy that killed those 8 or 9 people in the church, black people in that church, they walked him out with no problems.
Then it was a deal where one of the officers asked him if he wanted to go buy a Whataburger.
Before they, yeah. I mean,
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that's what they asked him.
Want to go get some fast food or something like that.
It may not have been.
I mean,
Whataburger, but
yeah. Same thing with the guy down in, I think it was El Paso, that shot up the Walmart. You know, I remember that. Yeah, everybody, that's fresh on our mind also. You know, he.
We also had a black cop this week that shot a black guy this week. Anybody ain't watching that. And that's why
I hadn't heard about that one.
Yeah, we need to look that up. It happened this week, but because the whites has been taking so much, been dominating the news lately. You know, from the guns in the damn. What would happen if a black man walked into one of these state-run buildings with firearms? You know what I mean? What would happen? You know, but this is a crazy topic.
This one here,
Monica was good.
I'm gonna I know everybody's seen it already, but one of the things that stood out to me was the fact that old boy that had the knee and the neck on him had the nerve after 8 minutes of that. He didn't. I don't even think he lived through the whole 8 minutes of it, but had his hand in his pocket. Dude, it just didn't that look strange, y'all? Why does he have his hand in his pocket?
I didn't see that part.
He's just that cavalier. It's like he's got. You know how you go deer hunting, you got a deer right there. You kind of kneel over that deer.
Yeah,
that's what it reminded me of because he had his hand in his pocket, like it was just okay. I'm comfortable here with my, Yeah, firing ain't enough, real deal.
No, there has to. I don't think they can just get away with firing these guys. I think they're going to be tried.
Yeah, the feds are looking into it.
Yeah, man,
actually.
it's just
Feds are
this one
it.
here. I mean, they're all bad. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There's not a good situation, where someone loses their lives, whether it be white, black, whatever. But this was a bad one because I didn't see any danger. I didn't see anybody's life in danger. I didn't see anybody. This is a bad one. And then it just took so long. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't quick. It wasn't fast acting. You can't say it was a spur of the moment decision.
You had so many people walking up to those officers like, "Hey, man, let him breathe. Let him get up. He's been dying. He can't breathe."
Yeah.
And then you had people telling Brother George right here, "Just get up, get in the car. Whatever they tell you to do." They're trying to encourage it just to get him off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so heinous for me. And you got to make an example out of these guys.
Yeah, this is the one. If there's one,
you might as well just go ahead and kill all 4 of them. Give them all the death penalty, or either give them all life in prison to set a precedence. So it puts something on the next guy's mind that's thinking the way these were. Because
my thing is that I don't mean to cut you off, but you see it a lot of times. With crimes that happen in the community. There's 4 guys riding. One guy jumps out, does something to somebody, kills them, and then all 4 guys are on the hook.
Oh yeah,
it happens every day here.
You're gonna get the same case he got.
You're gonna get the same exact case he got, and I think in this situation,
it should be the same.
It should be the same thing in this situation.
That's why I say 4
You know
murders,
what I mean? This one should be the same.
And give them at least life apiece, or whatever you want to give them. If you don't want to kill them, do whatever. But you got to set a precedence with these guys because make an example out of them. You know,
Mhm.
you have to.
Yeah, this is and then America's watching.
America's watching.
On this
Watching.
one. I mean, America is watching,
Mhm.
and I'm afraid to see what happens if somehow these guys walk away from this one.
There's no way they can walk. It would be. That's why I mentioned World War III, because you have to, if you want to make these corrections, y'all, you got to make an example and start somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
If the example is these guys walk, that's that you're going into a place that we don't want to raise our kids in anymore.
Yeah.
You're going into a direction of just total chaos, because with little respect that law enforcement has and relationship they have with the community will all be lost.
Mm-hmm.
And what you'll start to do is you divide, it be like a civil war almost. You start dividing lines.
Definitely.
And people will draw a line in the sand. You can't just walk, like the example we were talking about, pulling up to the guy's driveway. Hey, come get in the car. You such a... No, man, you better get back in the car and leave.
Yeah.
Because see, what's going to happen is you draw a line in the sand, and now I got a war zone.
Mm-hmm.
And so, on top of all this other pandemic crap that's going on,
yeah, it's just
the economy's in the gutter right now. Behind that,
yeah.
Where are the powerful white people in this? And I know they have Twitter and they have stuff like that, but where are the powerful white people that gonna speak out on this?
Yeah.
Outside of JJ, I hadn't seen any.
Yeah. You know, we look back at, and this just proves our point. And it's funny that this guy just happened to be kneeling on a man's throat. It's funny how white people was in an uproar when Colin Kaepernick decided to kneel for this same reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where are they at now? Where are all the pushback and the white people saying, yo, this is just wrong? Because there's nothing in this video that shows anything that could be right about what this police officer did and what the other police officers who was standing there didn't step in. Like, I don't.
38, let me say this.
I don't understand.
I'm sorry for jumping in, but I'm gonna give it right back to you. With the Kaepernick thing, his point never really got heard. They turned it into a military.
It's about a flag.
Yeah, it was about the
That was never his point.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't get it, and it's funny that this killing just took a white cop kneeling again on somebody's neck.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You push Kaepernick out for kneeling for a point that had nothing to do with what everybody was trying to say. It had something to do with, but
right
now we get a cop kneeling on a black man's throat, like.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's very.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy. And you know what, man? It seems like, man, it seems like the past 3 shows in a row we've had the same conversation. Like, we don't try to bring people down with this type of talk, but it's just this is what's happening.
We had to today. Again, and this 38 said it well. And it was so frustrating for me, even during that time when with the kneeling in the NFL and stuff. The whole point was just missed. I'm thinking, like, don't y'all know why he was kneeling in the first place?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you would think that some of these people are educated. Most of these people are some of the dumbest people in the world, because an educated person would clearly see the point that Kaepernick was trying to make. Mm-hmm. And maybe because they're not black, why they didn't see it, which I can't understand. It's just human, I don't know, what's the word? I don't know, human courtesy, human nature to just have sympathy for people who don't deserve to die for nothing. Yeah. Like, no matter what happens, and we've been discussing this for like 3 shows, no matter what happens, a mother, a brother, a father lost a son. It doesn't matter what comes out of this, whether they go to jail, whether they get the death penalty. It does nothing.
It don't bring him back.
It don't bring him back. But it was just so unnecessary. Like, this man did not have to die. I watched the video. It brought tears to my eyes, because he said on the video, "They're going to kill me."
Definitely.
That's when I
great.
stopped watching it.
It's going to come to a point, 38, and I'm going to give it right back to you again, to where all those people passing by, it's almost like you got to get a group of them to get, hey, man, get off of him. Just that's enough.
Yeah.
If y'all ain't going to stop. We going to come in here and make y'all, unless y'all going to shoot all of us out here, y'all got to get off this
That's
man.
true. Like, and then if you do something to try to save the man, I mean, you're risking your life to try to save somebody that's just being wronged.
Just get off his neck. That's all.
Yeah, get off his
neck.
Leave him,
man. Whatever he's doing, okay, just get off his neck, man. Mm-hmm. That's all.
Yeah, this one's bad, man. It's a bad look. It's a bad look for. This is a bad look.
And again, Mr. Nash, I apologize. Again, we're not making this about race. This white woman in Central Park.
Right,
Central Park.
Yeah, Central Park,
New York.
That's another disturbing thing, and it's again hard to not make it about race because I've never seen the reverse to that. Mm-hmm. I've never seen a black woman change her whole demeanor while talking to the officers to act as if somebody was trying to kill her. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's a white woman. And she acted that way because she expected a result from her actions. And she's privileged. She believes because she's a white woman, the white officers are going to come there and do. Thank God it didn't turn out, because it could have went way left.
She had the wrong ones.
It could have went way left.
She did it to the wrong.
You know what I mean?
He wasn't biting in on it. Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. And they need to punish these people, man. They need to punish these people. It's like these women that call rape on somebody, on a man. They need to punish these people because you got these people spending time in prison. If it wasn't for video, we would have never known.
38, the videos, man. You know, I truly believe it was put in place to do the opposite of what it's actually doing. These videos, not only is it exposing wrongdoers on the wrong side of the law, it don't discriminate. Yeah, and the cameras are everywhere now, and so that's what I said. It's gut wrenching to think how much stuff has been going on. We know it's always been this way. Okay, we know that. Mm-hmm. That's from being black men, but seeing it on video and witnessing it every week and sometimes 2 and 3 times a week, it lets you know how much of this has been going on that has not been video. We know it's a shitload.
Another question, which I just thought about 1 second ago. We have the video of them kneeling from a cell phone. We have the video from across the street, which we was trying to couldn't pull up from the store camera. From the
store, yeah.
I don't know. Again, somebody let me know, what is the deal? Is this body cam footage nationwide?
They said it was on, but no, it's not released.
How long does it take to release a body cam video? Isn't it just pull out a friggin' SIM card and push it in a machine?
You would never see
it. Don't take longer to go to the store and get the video from the store?
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like, that's puzzling me.
You'll see it, but they're going to have...
It'll be
everything edited. Needs to be in line.
Yeah.
They need to be able to explain, what you're looking at, why it happened. That's how they do it.
You'll never see it.
You'll see it. You're going to see it.
The edited version.
Well,
I'm sure.
I mean, if it was on, so a lot of times they say, well, it wasn't on.
In this case, they said it was.
Okay.
All 4 of them couldn't have been off.
Yeah. Somebody said to be on.
That little Asian bastard that was standing there, his was on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was on. And then it kind of goes back to what we said in the previous episode about turning over evidence to law enforcement. You can't give them... They wish they had this video footage. It would have never been released the way we're seeing it now.
Yeah.
You can't even trust the law with the video footage.
Yeah,
They can't have that. And that shows you how deep the corruption is. Mm-hmm. Because we sitting here like 30 days saying, where's the body cam? It makes sense to me. It has to be easier to upload that footage. It's on your officer. Mm-hmm. And then going in here, going through these stores, videos, and
they get the store. Yeah.
Come on.
Well, that's how the public. Store. Yeah, that's how the public gets it from the from the corner store or the. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you're not gonna when you finally do see The body cam footage is going to be down the line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the thing is, fellas, like, we talk about this. We know what the problems are. We talk about it all the time. We got to come up with some solutions, man.
Man, I'm all for it.
You know
man.
what I'm
That's
saying?
I've been
It's
thinking
like
about.
everybody talks about this isn't right, and you're right, it's not right. But how do we fix it?
I'm at the point. My thought, I don't always have the best ideas, and I'm not telling people to do this. It's almost like I had the mindset of almost forming like a militia. It's getting to that point.
Yeah.
Because just like how we said a while ago, if those people in the street that was crossing that street, Chicago and whatever the cross street was right there in Minnesota, had got 20 of them together and say, hey, man, we just got to go get this guy off of him.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
No, go with no weapons. So if they shoot you, then they just shoot more unarmed people. But it almost takes those kind of acts.
Yeah.
Because you can't trust the law enforcement.
Nope.
You can't give them the evidence. It's like, what are you doing here, man? It's like, and then the dude that forged the check, the forged check, all you do is pick it up, tear it up, throw it away. Get out my store, don't ever come back.
Yeah.
Or either press charges.
Mm-hmm.
All the rest of that stuff, man, don't have nothing to do with this forged document, supposedly forged. We don't even know. They telling us that could even be. The man can't speak for himself at this point.
If there is no crime that I could think of that this man did. Now, that white boy who killed them people in that church,
yeah,
he should have got murdered right there.
Oh yeah, you just gunned him down.
You don't get killed for forging a damn check or passing dirty money or nothing like that. There's no reason. You can't get killed for that.
No.
You in cuffs already.
Yeah.
You can't get killed for that.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Let's do this. We have some people that are chiming in on Facebook Live. We have Craig. Craig is saying it's fucking horrible. It is about race, and this is coming from a white guy. So there's
Appreciate that, Craig.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people like on Facebook. I have a lot of white friends on Facebook, and there's a lot of people that came out and posted things today that were just totally against this thing. And there's all types of races that see the wrong in this, man.
Well, you have to if you're a human being, you see the wrong in it. I mean, who at the end of the day, like what 38's saying, I don't care what he did. It don't merit that.
Not at all.
Put him in the cuffs, throw him in the car, take him to the police. That's your job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your job is over. Once he's in handcuffs and to the police station, it's up to the judges and the judicial system to see if he's guilty or not.
Yeah.
Put him in the car, dumbass. Take him to the police station and go back out there and finish your day.
Mm-hmm.
All the rest of that don't have nothing to do with whatever he did.
You know what I just realized? What's the blueprint for what we need to do to make a change? What's the fucking blueprint? Because
unity.
That Me Too movement. Be easy with this. That Me Too movement, they solved that shit immediately. Think about it. Mm-hmm. They solved that shit immediately.
Yeah, the news
right?
Is so fast.
Mm-hmm. Now, and again, I'm so sorry for bringing this about race again. How many black women did we see come out of this Me Too movement? And if I count some, I can count to 10 white women and then maybe 2 or 3 black women. And I need people to let me know this because I don't want to say nothing that seems ignorant or I'm wrong. But the Me Too movement got shut down. Why is it that so much black men can be getting murdered by police and it's so hard to stop? Man, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Let me tell you, we have somebody on Facebook Live that said this, and this is so true. Tiffany said that racism is so American that when we protest, people think we are protesting America. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait, say that again?
It says racism is so American that when we protest, people think we are protesting America. I think
in the way they do. And she's not that far off, man. I mean,
no, definitely, she's right.
Just go back to the Kaepernick thing.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the point that I was making at 38. that was never his intention. Was to bring awareness to unarmed black men and women,
Right.
being killed and maimed and murdered by law enforcement.
Oh, fuck. W. I don't mean to cut you off, phone man, but my son, my Lex, was good. My son just said, and there's no video for those Me Too movements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no video for that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
How the frig that shit gets shut down so quick? We don't even know this. But these black men is getting murdered and we see it every day, but it can't stop. I don't know.
Yeah.
These niggas with money and these white people that's in power need to do a little bit more, man.
I agree, and I you know what, with the incident in Georgia, I don't know if y'all remember, but I asked that same question 38. I said, where? It's a lot of powerful blacks in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I asked where. I mentioned T.I. I mentioned there was a couple of other names. I know it's plenty of athletes and powerful blacks there.
Mm-hmm.
We need to start calling everybody out. But at the same time, I know you have to get involved with some of these things. If it's not, it don't have to be monetarily, just raising awareness. You know, there's this deal that I feel like people don't want to be involved. That like it's gonna stop their cash flow.
That's all it is, man. I'm glad you said it because I was about to mosh that. That's all it is, man.
Mm.
These people are so caught up on their money. Sometimes I always tell people, God know why he ain't give me no money like that. Because if they did give me money, a lot of the stuff that's going on right now would have done stop long time. You understand me? And most of these people, they talk, and all they do is talk. And my daughter said it to me today. Half of these people talk. I don't say nothing on social media. I try not to say nothing on social media because if I ever take it to that level, y'all gonna find me dead in a ditch somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and people always say, leave it out my mouth, and I leave it alone. But you don't. Yeah. My son Mo just said Tyler Perry ass. Yeah. Like all of these prominent black influential people, where are they? Why is it just talking? But they money, if they say something, people not gonna watch their TV shows.
Right.
People not gonna watch their movies.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
But 38, remember what I said about setting precedents. Remember? What you think the NFL do when they blackball a Colin Kaepernick? They set a precedence. So the people that come behind him,
they ain't gonna say nothing.
Right. Well, we'll take your millions from you.
Right.
And that's the same thing I was saying with setting the precedents with making an example out of these four. See, once you do that, then people come from behind them not going to be so eager to make the same mistake.
And I apologize again for making this about race, but again, somebody correct me. Is it 99% or 100% of all NFL owners are white?
It's got to be 100%.
Do we have a black owner?
No. I think there's a Indian owner.
Well, I know Green Bay is owned by the city.
But no, you're right. It's 100%. I'm pretty sure it's 100%.
If it ain't, it's 99.
Okay, and the NFL. I made this point today. The NFL and the NBA, 85%. And again, people, tell me if I'm wrong. 85% of the players in the NFL and 85% of the players in the NBA are what? White or black?
It's gonna be black.
Why the frig these niggas can't do something?
Yeah.
Stop playing for one friggin' day, my nigga. Stop.
But it comes back to the money.
That money.
Yeah. Just like what you're just talking about. Then it affects their money. It hurts their money.
And see, it's like what I said, 38, as far as it setting that precedence. They set examples all the time. Look what happened. That's why I do not support the Houston Texans in any form or fashion. Look what happened even with Dwayne Brown. All the man did is hold his fist up.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know,
and get persecuted for it.
Now he's the left tackle for us in Seattle.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
There. Yeah.
That's everybody with them Texans t-shirts. Man, I don't put. You can't give me a Texans pencil eraser. I'm done with them because of the racial overtone that they have. I like the game of football. I love the game. I'm a supporter of the athletes, and I just can't deal with corrupt. Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Jennifer Lopez is.
Well, that's a partial owner.
But he put partial.
Partial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they bought some stock.
But I guess you need. I guess you need to restate that question. Is there somebody that's not a minority,
a majority
owner?
Yeah.
Yes, a majority owner.
Right.
I'll even drop it to. We know it's not true, but I'll drop the ownership in the NFL to 80%, and we know
It's a minority.
If there was a black
cause.
owner,
Yeah.
so like a black Jerry Jones, pick one. We might have a conglomerate that has black people in it, but off the top of our heads, Real Deal was able to name a Asian owner or say there's one. Why we can't think of a black one? So
no, not in the NFL.
Not in the NFL.
In the NBA, we can think of a few that's partial. I think Jordan probably owns most of the
Charlotte.
Yeah, the Bobcats. It's other people that's involved. I know Jay-Z's involved with the Nets and stuff like that.
It was.
Man, frig that nigga too, man. His money long enough to do something and he ain't doing nothing. And I'm a Brooklyn and I rep that, but this nigga's a bum. I don't like that. You got money enough to make a change. All he got to do is say something. He powerful enough. His wife is a beast, my nigga. He's powerful enough to get something done. She's powerful enough to get something done. You can't make a phone call? Oprah can't make a phone call?
But it's going to take a whole lot more than an owner, than an Oprah, than a Jay-Z to make a dent in this.
It'll take 85% of the NFL and 85% of the NBA to say, this week, we not playing a game.
Right.
Done. You know who gonna suffer? The money for the owners.
That's true.
They have to see this.
That's true.
Well, you have to. Here's the thing. Also, it's a unity is something else, man, and that's what it boils down to. Right now, it's the perfect time. You just had the XFL come out with their first season, got killed by coronavirus.
Yeah.
That was like the first victim of coronavirus was the XFL.
Yeah.
But when there's another platform, say them 85% of them players that 38 talking about, they get blackballed. You can't even threaten to blackball that many. But when you start to blackball them, you start having big names go over to the XFL and start building that league, all of a sudden the NFL don't have the strength anymore. The strength is in the players. Just think back what happened with the ABA and the NBA. When you start seeing, what's his name? Darryl Dawkins, breaking the backboards.
Julius Erving.
Dr. J. When the prominent players, when the NBA started knowing about them prominent players, they started giving props to the ABA. They ended up joining the NBA anyway. But that's the kind of talent that was coming out of that league. You can do the reverse of that. You want to start blackballing them out the NFL? Guess what? They can go be playing the XFL. Well, hell, it's all black. Why don't we have our own team? Start our own league. You know, you shouldn't be in that league anyway. But the infrastructure is already built, and we conform to that infrastructure. We step into it. Nobody wants to buck the system because that's where the bread is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I say as black people, and I've been saying it, niggas know me, they know I've been saying this for a long time. We not built like them black people back in the days. We not built like the people that was around when Malcolm X was around. We not built like the people that was around when Martin Luther King was around. They already set the blueprint on what's needed to be done. It's two things. Either you start killing these whiteys or you hit them where it hurts in their pockets. It's two things. Malcolm X decided by any means necessary, we're going to kill our youth. Malcolm X said, we going to not get on their bus. We not going to take their public transportation. And they had to be a change. They put the blueprint out there.
Yeah. We didn't forgot about it, 38. We
you know what I mean?
quick to conform. And it's not just blacks. It's everybody. When you conform to a system, you just empower that system. You're a prisoner to it. And that's what it is with these guys, man. And a lot of people that have a voice or have a few dollars in their pocket, the first thing that people do is start to isolate themselves. I'm not a regular person. I'm rich. That's just the mentality. And so when
they can figure that out over there.
Yeah, let them. Yeah, they'll work it out.
Yeah, over there.
You know, yeah. Pour me another glass of champagne or whatever. And so that's why I talk about being unified. And we're all victims of this. Remember I mentioned to you guys, I think last week or the week before last, as black men, and I've done this myself, and I'm not proud of it. The first thing we do, we make good money. I still got my house in the hood, but we leave our neighborhood.
Oh yeah, you get out.
But I was programmed from a young person. I'm gonna leave Acres Home one day. You know what I mean? And so instead of staying there and taking my rightful place as being a powerful man right there, and I still got an opportunity to do that. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not trying to sit here and vilify myself or any one of us, but it's a mentality, man, to where you're conforming to a system.
Right.
And that's where you lose your strength at. We see that we don't fit in the system. I know Brother George don't fit in the system. He's from Houston. This guy was from Houston. Mm-hmm. Brother George don't fit in that system. Whatever he did, I don't know if he wrote somebody's name, whatever he did, man. We got to stop just accepting this stuff and conforming to it. Yeah. I don't know where it really starts. It starts with leadership.
Organization. Mm-hmm. Leadership. Mm-hmm. But it has to start.
It has to start.
It has to start. I mean, you can't just sit around and complain. You know, you got to organize. You got to try to make change. Because if you just complain, it's just going to continue to happen.
And as usual, I'm going to put out my disclaimer. The views of Mr. 38 does not have anything to do with Fresh Ink Media or Fresh Ink Music. You understand me? This is the views of Mr. 38. He's Flatbush finest, Jamaican born and bred. You understand? I'm not a racist. I have some white friends that's good peoples. This is more about police brutality and these black bastards who got money, who don't want to do nothing because they scared to lose their money. You understand me? Mm-hmm. So don't think I'm a racist. I know 3. Last show I said I know 2 good police officers. Thought about it? I know 3. Coincidentally, they're all black. But they're in that circle of that blue. And we know in the hood, the police is the biggest gang in America. We can't beat them because they legal to carry that firearm. Go to a cop one day, and I told a cop this one day when I was in Wingate High School, and they had a riot at Wingate. I asked this little cop, coincidentally, he was white. I was like, yo, put your gun down and give me a fair one. Just shoot the fair one. Put your gun down because you tough, because you got that gun on you. This was back in the day. This ain't now. Not fighting nobody now. Y'all know how it go. But they are the biggest gang in America. And I heard something on, it's a show that comes on one of them old shows. He said nothing ain't more American than barbecue and, frig, I don't remember what he said. But he said nothing is more American than barbecue. And I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. Barbecue. I could bet any money the Indians, Native Americans, was barbecuing before the white man came over here. I could bet any money on that. You know what I mean? And like you said, your boy who said when we making something about America is like racism is like we're fighting against America.
Right.
America started on murdering
Native Americans.
Native Americans.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what they started from, man. Right. And you see where America come from. You can't what they call it? You can't discover something that was already here, buddy.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
You can steal that shit though.
Yeah, you can steal
your name on it.
Exactly. and gut some Indians. That's pretty much it. And gut some Indians.
Oh shoot.
It's crazy as hell, man. You know, I knew we had to get to that subject right there, man. And by all means, I hope our next show hope it's all fun, laughing, good times. Because all the shows are not like this.
And Corona's still out there, by the way. Let's not forget that Chinese. I'm sorry, somebody told me don't say Chinese coronavirus. So I'm going to say the Wuhan coronavirus, which is in China, which can't be racist because it came from. But anyway, Corona, wear your mask, please. Lord have mercy, please. Wear your damn mask, man.
Man, yeah, it's been kind of doom and gloom or whatever, man. But at the same time, this was so important today to where we had to bring awareness. What I want to do, fellas, is follow up. I don't want. We're not gonna let it dominate. Hopefully, we can get a good show in next week without
negative.
Michael Jordan is a liar. I never liked him.
That's
everything he said was on video.
Mike did lie.
I
about
never
that.
liked Mike. Y'all know I'm a New York Knicks, bleed that John Starks and that Patrick Ewing. I never liked Mike. And he came out today, he's a liar. And he hated on my boy,
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas. Bum ass.
Hey, I was a Jordan guy. You outgrow all that or whatever. But
And what's good? You late.
the thing I never liked about Mike Real Deal is when I started to get over, I noticed Mike never, to my knowledge, okay, invested. And he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
I never seen him invest in our community. Mike,
You don't see the Michael Jordan Center in Acres Homes.
it should be one. If you're a billionaire, it should be one in every major city across America.
Because all these kids have your shoes on.
Yeah,
I should
Mike.
know about it.
But he what I notice about him now, he has this shit-eating grin like on his face. But you can only break so much bread, man. You one dude. You can't spend your money.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that.
So what you
I agree with
what
that.
you sitting on it for?
I was a Michael Jordan fan though. Still am a Jordan fan. But
He's
I
the
get
greatest
that.
of all time.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
I mean, come on, break a little something off, man, because the thing, it don't take that much. If you do a small investment, and you're going to have people want to partner up with you anyway, so they can attach their name
To your name. Yeah.
And so break a little bread, brother. I mean, we shouldn't even have to say that to him. But I look at it differently now. And then I'm going to say this here while we're on that subject. For a lot of the people that's well-to-do, I wish I had an opportunity to have an income like that. I had those kind of zeros attached to my bank account to where I could give something back. I know damn well it'll be a center in Acres home if nothing else.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the Warren G, the phone man.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you something. And it's simple. And what's son name? Slim Thug. You go to Acres home right now. Him and a construction company got together and they built some homes.
Oh yeah, shout out Slim Thug. He does a lot of work.
Yes,
Big Slim,
and I respect him for that. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Mike
bring Raymond
got money that Slim Thug don't got.
Bring tape.
And I'm not saying Mike don't do work. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
But let me not say he don't do no work, because maybe somewhere in Chicago he has a ton of homes built. I don't know. You understand me? But for Mike to have the money he have, damn, he should have one in Houston too. He should have one in Brooklyn too.
That's what I'm saying.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Everywhere, every major city should have a Jordan Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
For real.
Exactly.
I mean,
your shoes cost $300, my guy.
Yeah.
I know,
Come on, man.
I know.
Dude, even Nino Brown was giving away turkeys on Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying?
Even Nino Brown, son. Yo, I need because Real Deal have a better mic voice than me. I need you to read this Facebook.